So I hope you're doing really well. This is going to be a powerful opportunity for transformation this month. And just tuning into the energy of October, it feels really good. I think there's a lot of revelations, things that we have been stuck with for a long time that we haven't been seeing about our situations. They will come to the light, to be revealed and to be healed. And with the astrology, it really confirms that because during the month of October, Mars is in Scorpio. And that Mars in Scorpio placement is a powerful time of stepping into your power, finally getting past the things that have been getting in your way. And that's a powerful time. On the 7th of the month, we have the full moon in Aries. And again, it's another strong, powerful full moon. Aries, that fire sign, giving us that impetus to go after our dreams, to be more confident, to be more assertive. And I think for most of us, that is going to be very, very positive. So let's see what is in store for you. It's quick. Okay, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay. You have 4 major arcana showing up in your reading from the very beginning. So this tells me it's a very strong month for you, a very powerful month. Because the major arcanas are the spiritual understandings that we get. They are the major secrets of life. When something very powerful and strong is revealed to us, and having 4 in a row is actually miraculous, completely unheard of. So I am really excited to see what is going on for you in the month of October. Starting the month, you have the Emperor. The Emperor is always about where you are giving your power away, when it's in reverse, and it came out wanting to come out in reverse and then switched up right. So this is telling me that the ways that you have given your power away are going to be really clear for you this month. And that is because it's trying to get you, Spirit's trying to help you to step back into your power, to take authority over your life. The Emperor is the ruler of his kingdom. So he chooses what's right for him, what's wrong for him. He doesn't listen, or he may listen to other people, but at the end of the day, he has the authority is his. And so this is really stepping into your authority, stepping into what's right for you, and also taking control. So that's beautiful, because we always feel so much better and so much stronger when we feel in control of our lives. And so if there's anything that feels out of control, where you might have, I get the message for some of you that we can kind of push our problems to the side and not actually deal with them. And that's very disempowering, because underneath the surface, even if we're avoiding our problems, we're still worried about them. We're still going to feel the consequence of that worry. But the Emperor is Spirit saying to you, when you start taking control of your world and you face what you need to face with courage, with conviction, with strength, knowing, Taurus, that you have the power to overcome anything. Whatever you need to face, being able to face it and overcome it is going to strengthen your confidence, to strengthen your ability to know that you can control life, that you have the strength that you need to have, and it's going to be super, super empowering. So the message from Spirit is to look at where you're not facing the things that you need to face, you're not taking charge of the things that you need to take charge of, and do it this month, because it's going to really strengthen your self-confidence, your self-worth, your power, getting your power back. And then you have the Magician in reverse. The Magician in reverse is when we are not using our power in the way that's benefiting our lives. So This is when we're unconsciously creating. So we're creating from our patterns, from our programs, from reactions from the past. And when we're reacting and we're creating from the past, we're not creating a new future. When he's upright, this is where we start consciously creating. So I'm choosing how I think, how I use all of my tools of manifestation, how I'm thinking, how I use my energy, and how I'm taking action, and having that all aligned to create a different future. Because when it's in reverse, again, we're just creating the same old thing. So if you're in an experience where you're just recreating the same old pattern time and time again, and you're really frustrated with it, then this is the key. Spirit saying, be conscious with your thoughts, your acts, your words, your deeds, all of those in alignment to what you want to create, so that you can actually get a different result this month. And it does take a little bit of time and it does take effort, but it's actually so important, because you have the potential. When this card comes up, it's always the message that you have so much potential. The magician comes from the one, the set point, the ability to, now what am I going to make to two? What am I going to bring into my reality? What am I going to create? And so there's so much power and potential in the magician for you this month, Taurus. Then you have the Hangman, another major arcana, Taurus. I don't know what is going on for you in October, but this is a culmination of a massive transformation, Taurus. And the Hangman is the enlightenment, seeing something from a different perspective. And I think that's what you're going to be experiencing this month, is seeing life from a different perspective. Maybe it's seeing yourself from a different perspective. But our perspective is everything. And if you're unclear, the other message from this card is just take a break, take a step back from your current situation so that you can see things from a new perspective. Take a pause, meditate, ask the universe to help you see things differently. But that's what I can see happening for you this month. And it's a big part of this major transformation. And you have the Justice card. Now, what I'm getting for some of you, because this is a collective reading, so take the messages that resonate, leave what doesn't. But this is where because of course we're in October, we're in Libra season. So there's this energy behind us to bring harmony, balance, neutrality, objectiveness, peace into our relationships. And if you've had any conflict, because you have the Hangman and the Justice card, I feel that this is where relationships smooth out again, that harmony and balance returns. The Justice is about being objective, very much like the Hangman. So this is a time during October to be more objective in how you're seeing something, being able to see it from different points of view. It's one of our greatest gifts and very healing, because when we're stuck, and I know this really well because it's a lesson that I've recently been struggling with, but when we see something from just our perspective and we're fixated on it, it's not necessarily seeing the whole picture or the whole truth. There's always two sides to every story. There's always different perspectives to look at a situation. And the card is the ability to be more neutral, to see both sides, to feel more balanced. And the other message is also in our lives to be that way with the information out there. So at the moment there is information overload. Everyone's feeling the same. I think we're feeling overwhelmed by it, confused by it, and it's very easy to get fixated on a position. And Spirit has been giving me this message for a little while, and it's definitely coming through your reading in this card, is that our peace and our ability to not be too swayed in one direction or another and to stay in a state of love actually, is to be able to see both sides. It doesn't mean that you don't have your own opinions on it and beliefs, because I think that's so important to have our own beliefs and convictions on it, but to also stay balanced and to stay open-minded so that you have peace and we can harmonize, have better harmony in our relationships is the big one. Okay. So Taurus, this is an incredible month for you. And let's dive a bit deeper. So thank you, Spirit. Can we please have some more guidance for Taurus with these big transformations that they're going through? This big time of transformation. And can we please have some more guidance to help Taurus know what they can do? Let's find out. Spirit, what's the advice for Taurus this month? What's the advice? What does Taurus need to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. This is just looking so good for you, Taurus. With the Hermit. So the Hermit is always looking within, trusting your own inner guidance on situations, taking again some time out to self-reflect this month. And you might be doing a lot of introspection with all these transformations, because I feel that fundamentally on a very deep level, you're really changing. Things that have, held you back in the past, where you've been stuck in relationships, in losing your power, not being able to create what you want, that's all really shifting this month. I think the planets are aligned and supporting you. The cards are really supporting you. So you might be doing a lot of self-reflection and also reflection on what it is you actually want. What's important for you? What actually matters? What makes a difference? Yeah, doing lots of self-reflection. And you have the Page of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. So keeping your eye on the prize. The page is where you've started something new. It's a new adventure, new passion project, something that you're wanting to learn, to grow in. And Spirit's just saying to you, keep your eye on the prize, because with the pages, the challenge with the pages are they're learning something new. It's all new. And when that happens, we can feel a little insecure, not good enough, not capable. But if you're working on something, Spirit's saying, just keep your eye on the prize, keep going, keep visualizing what it is you want and why you're doing this. Because when you're a page and you're learning something new, it comes with a lot of challenges. But what I'm getting from Spirit is keep with that determination, keep moving forward with what you're doing, keeping your eye on the prize. Because if you do, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor this month. This is going to turn out really well for you with the Wheel. So keeping your eye on the prize. Okay. Knight of Wands, Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and the Page. So for some of you, this is being really mindful of your finances, being on top of things, taking control of the finances. Sometimes with the Four of Pentacles, it comes to me as a negative in the sense of we're holding on too tightly. But actually what I'm getting from this card in your reading is that managing your finances will be really important. And I think it comes back to the Emperor, taking control when we're not holding on to our finances. We're just kind of spending all over the place. We're not thinking about it, and that never feels good because deep down we're actually worried about it. And that's what I'm getting from these cards. So Spirit's reminding you to take control of your finances, to take your power back in that area of life. If you're in a relationship or you're seeking love, these are really positive with the Two of Cups and the Knight of Wands. The only message here is with the Knight of Wands to be mindful of not rushing in too quickly. That true love and true connection doesn't go anywhere if it's the right person. So if you're looking for love or you're in a relationship, that's just the advice from Spirit. That be patient, take your time, it's not rushing out anywhere, and just be mindful of not making any rash decisions, which I think is really important for any of us in relationships. Taking our time. But this is a great reading. The tables are turning for you, Taurus, even if you're not seeing it, and they're turning because you're taking your power back. You're taking control. And from a practical level, it is really practical, looking at your finances, what you want, taking action on making the changes in your life that give you more stability and security. Really positive. Now let's go into your oracle messages and get more insight on what's going on for you. Spirit, can we please have the messages for Taurus? What else do you want Taurus to know? Have the card Learn from the Bees. So let's look at that card a little bit deeper. It's a very curious and mysterious card. Oops. And because the card is number 7, that's our challenges. And what I'm getting from that card is to learn from the challenges. Learn from what has worked for you in the past, what hasn't worked for you in the past. And it's really about learning our lessons to grow and evolve. And if you learn from the past, then you're growing, you're evolving. And I think you're doing that. You know, again, not repeating the old cycles, not repeating what's happened before, which is wonderful because that gives you a different result. You have Share Your Bounty and Tell a New Story. Oh my goodness, I love this for you, Taurus. Share your bounty and tell a new story. And so telling a new story is exactly what I'm getting for you. This is a new story. It could be a new love story. It can be just a new stage of your life with all of these major arcanas. So a stage in your life where you're in control, you're starting to create what you want. Everything is moving in your favor. You're feeling more empowered. You're feeling strong. And sharing your bounty, I'm getting more opening up to people with that card. Sharing your heart, sharing your love, opening up so that you can receive all of the bounty of life, you know, the connections. But you're definitely telling a new story. This is a new start, change in direction. So I'm so excited for you, Taurus. Lovely. Let's find out, before we finish up, what needs to be surrendered. What does Taurus need to surrender for this new start in their life? You have surrendered to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from the heart, you will be heard through the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So surrender to prayer, meditation, to your angels, to your guides, whatever you believe in. And this is very much aligned with the Magician about creating your own reality, surrendering to the support of the unseen world to help you at this stage of life. But you are definitely blessed, and October is a beautiful month for you. And you'll be definitely telling a new story, Taurus. So that is your reading for the month of October. I really hope that helps guide you through the month, helps you understand where you're at. I'm sending you all of my love, light, and blessings. Thank you for likes, subscribes, and comments. They help my channel more than you would know. And I look forward to seeing you next time.